Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P2184 indicates a low voltage issue with the ECT Engine Coolant Temperature Sensor 2 circuit. This diagnostic trouble code suggests that the ECT sensor is not providing the expected voltage signals to the Engine Control Unit ECU. The ECT sensor plays a crucial role in measuring the temperature of the coolant, which is essential for optimal engine performance and emissions control. If the sensor fails to deliver the correct voltage readings, it can lead to incorrect fuel calculations by the ECU, causing performance problems and potentially harming engine longevity. The ECT Sensor 2 is typically located near the engine block or cylinder head, making it accessible for inspection and testing. Diagnosing this code requires specialized equipment like the HDS Honda Diagnostic System to accurately read voltage levels and assess circuit integrity. The ECT Sensor 2 measures the coolant temperature and sends this information to the ECU to facilitate appropriate fuel delivery and adjust ignition timing. Precise temperature data is critical for controlling various engine functions, including emissions and fuel economy. In terms of location, ECT Sensor 2 is generally situated near the engine block or cylinder head, making it prone to exposure from engine heat and vibrations. This sensor typically has a 2-pin 2P connector, facilitating easy electrical connections. If this sensor malfunctions, the engine may run inefficiently or may not start due to improper fuel and air mixture calculations. Therefore, having a correctly functioning ECT Sensor 2 is vital to ensure your vehicle operates correctly and efficiently. The primary cause of DTC P2184 is low voltage readings from the ECT Sensor 2, which can occur due to several factors. First, a malfunctioning sensor may not generate sufficient voltage, leading to erroneous readings. Second, wiring issues such as frayed wires, poor connections, or corrosion can disrupt the signal transmission from the sensor to the ECU. Third, damaged or compromised connections at the PCM, powertrain control module, can also lead to inaccuracies. Lastly, intermittent failures may occur due to loose terminals, also contributing to the low voltage error. These possible causes should be thoroughly checked to ascertain and rectify the underlying issue leading to the DTC. The symptoms associated with DTC P2184 may vary, but several common indicators usually present themselves. First, you may notice impaired engine performance. The vehicle might hesitate or stutter, particularly under load, due to incorrect fuel mixture calculations. Second, the check engine light will likely activate, providing a visual cue indicating a system malfunction. Additionally, increased emissions may also occur as the fuel and air mixture may not be optimized, potentially causing the vehicle to fail emissions tests. In some situations, the engine could even fail to start or stall while running. As each symptom arises, they highlight the critical nature of the ECT Sensor 2 in maintaining engine efficiency. The first troubleshooting step involves problem verification. You should begin by turning the vehicle to the on mode without starting the engine. Next, check the ECT Sensor 2 voltage readings using the HDS. You're specifically looking for voltage levels of 0.08 volts or lower. If the readings are as expected and match the threshold, proceed to Step 2. If not, you may encounter intermittent failures, suggesting that while the system may appear okay at this time, there might be issues with loose terminals or poor connections at the ECT sensor or PCM. Given the specific voltage readings taken at this stage, you lay the foundational work for understanding the underlying problem. In the second step, you will further isolate the issue concerning the ECT sensor. First, turn the vehicle to the off or lock mode. proceed by disconnecting the ECT Sensor 2 2P connector, which allows you to investigate further without the sensor influencing your readings. After this, switch the vehicle back to the on mode. Again, check the ECT Sensor 2 voltage using the HDS. If it still reads 0.08 volts or less, it indicates that the sensor itself is malfunctioning, and you should proceed with its replacement. However, if the voltage level is acceptable, it suggests that the sensor is not the issue, and other components should be inspected for faults. The third troubleshooting step focuses on checking for shorted wires in the TW2 sensor line. First, turn the vehicle to the off or lock mode. Then, jump the Special Connector System SCS line using the HDS, allowing the testing process to stabilize for a minute. After this, disconnect the PCM connector E, which contains 80 pins. The next step involves checking for continuity between two test points: the female terminal number 2 at the ECT Sensor 2 connector, and a body ground. If there is continuity, this indicates a short in the TW2 sensor wire between the PCM and ECT Sensor 2, meaning repairs will be necessary. If continuity does not exist, the wiring is likely intact, and you should reference any service information relevant to the DTCs or symptoms being analyzed, or consider substituting a known good PCM. Once repairs have been made, it is essential to perform a final verification to confirm the effectiveness of the repair. Start by verifying that the ECT sensor functions correctly, preferably by checking its voltage readings again with the HDS. After confirming functionality, clear the DTC codes from the system, which will reset the check engine light. Following this, a test run of the vehicle should be conducted to monitor ongoing performance. Watch for any reactivation of the check engine light and evaluate overall driving conditions, which should reveal if the problem persists. This final step ensures that all repairs were effective and that your vehicle is operating as intended. To prevent future occurrences of DTC P2184, it is important to engage in regular preventive maintenance. Begin by regularly inspecting the connectors and wiring associated with the ECT sensor to identify any signs of wear, damage, or corrosion. Since the ECT operates under high temperatures, ensuring that insulation remains intact is crucial for reliability. Replace any worn or fray wiring immediately to avoid potential short circuits or signal issues. Additionally, periodically check ECT sensor readings as part of routine diagnostics. This proactive approach can catch issues before they escalate into serious problems. By following these guidelines, you can significantly enhance your vehicle's performance and longevity. In summary, the ECT Sensor 2 plays a critical role in managing engine temperature and overall performance. DTC P2184 signifies an essential low-voltage problem that needs addressing to maintain optimal engine functionality. Troubleshooting involves a systematic approach, starting with voltage checks, followed by inspections of wiring and connections, leading up to targeted repairs or replacements as necessary. Regular maintenance practices are recommended to mitigate future issues, as keeping connectors and wiring in good condition is key to preventing DTC reactivation. Understanding these elements will equip you with the knowledge to address DTCs efficiently, ensuring a smoother driving experience. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.